Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now, safety in trains is a constant concern these days. Yesterday, the Railroad Association of South Africa held its annual general meeting where some introspection was done in relation to the association's role in Transnet's questionable procurement processes. This was also other issues were also discussed as it was the AGM. Mesela Nhlapo is the Chief Executive Officer of the Railroad Association of South Africa, the RRA. Mesela, welcome and thank you so much for coming through. Let's just clarify, what's the mandate and the role of the RRA and who are you accountable to?
We are a rail industry body. We have a public-private partnership with the Department of Trade and Industry. We're also one of the 18 export councils assisted by the DTI. Our mandate is to promote and protect the interests of our members in the rail industry.
How do you do that?
Well, we've recently are aware that with the 1064 project, there is local...
You mean the Transnet project?
Yes, there's a local content requirement that is in place, which is law. And we have had original equipment manufacturer or one of the few companies that had won the bid. They went to the DTI to ask for an exemption, and it was through our intervention that we saved this country 5 billion rands. Not only 5 billion rands, but we managed to preserve jobs in this country. We managed to make sure that women that are employed and skilled through supplier development programs, they keep their jobs.
You don't think that's a disingenuous position to take when you consider that there has been a lot of damage done? The locomotives that were not fit for purpose did come through eventually. What was your role in that instance?
Our role, we are more of a civil society. So we don't have sight to the contracts that have been signed, but our partner has always been DTI. The local content policy, the designation policy, we know what is available locally. When certain decisions were taken, but we would insist that manufacturing takes place in South Africa and manufacturing will take place in South Africa. We are here to help local companies to maintain their businesses and make sure that local people are employed. We're looking at 1 billion people in Africa that needs to be transported. Who's going to do that? AU has designated South Africa as the hub for manufacturing of rolling stock. We are here, we are willing and able to supply the rest of Africa with rolling stock and the rest of the infrastructure. South Africa has over 150 years in terms of experience in rail.
Where do you fit in the value chain?
Where I fit in, I represent the members. So I say in between government and my members. I negotiate on their behalf on some of the key issues.
Who are your members? People in the transport business?
Yes, Transnet is my member. Timken, Naledi in Tlanganiso, it's my member. So there's a number of them. They're either in overhead track equipment, that do infrastructure, rolling stock manufacturing. And interestingly enough, yesterday at our AGM, all OEMs were there. Alstom was there, Gibela was there, Bombardier was represented. So we're building the relationship with Bombardier, for instance. Mr. Obrilikwane, when he wanted an exemption, he came to the RRA to say, I'm developing a supplier, but I'm struggling with this. Can I get an exemption for a limited quantity so that in the meantime, I can still continue doing my supplier development? In the long term, we ensure that we supply locally and we develop our local companies.
The chairperson of Transnet, Molefe, who is recently seen to be cleaning up at that organization, was the keynote speaker at your AGM. What did he have to say?
Unfortunately, Mr. Molefe was ill yesterday, but however, he was represented by Mampo Nhlapo. And they are cleaning
Who's also
up.
credible, yes.
We support them in their efforts. The rail industry, as it is in crisis. Companies are closing down, retrenchments are taking place. We cannot allow that in South Africa. Where things have gone wrong, we're saying to government, we are here to assist, we are here to work together. It's our country, we need to make it work.
How enforceable are your suggestions and your contributions to discourse about transport?
Look, when it comes to matters of local content, we have the power through DTI to have a tender that is supposed to have a local content specification. If the local content specification is not included, DTI can have that tender withdrawn, and they have done it before.
So you do wield some level of influence?
Of course we do. Of course we do. We interact with OEMs, and I think most importantly, it's a matter of not being
Sorry, what are OEMs?
Original equipment manufacturers, sorry. Yeah. Alstom will be one. And it's important that we build a relationship. They struggle with understanding what is required of them. And at the same time, as South Africans, we have expectations of them. So we try to bring the two parties together. For instance, we held a industry meeting with CRRC. They presented their plans. They presented where they are. We brought in industry. We meshed them together. Yeah. But what has come out of the meeting is that CRRC started doing factory tours at South African companies to procure from them.
So, Mesela, a viewer watching right now and thinking, I am a commuter. I consume the rail service products. My concern is safety. Your only focus is the business side. How would you interact with that person?
Look, there was a case, a 2015 case, Prasa versus Mashongwa. It was a commuter that was injured on the train, and the Constitutional Court was clear that PRASA finally has the mandate to ensure safety of their commuters. But then we are also, as an association, recognized and empowered by Section 72B of the National Railway Safety Regulator. We are responsible to develop industry standards, so that's where we come in. Yeah. Once we produce for the businesses, but we also have members that are operators. We also have members that are responsible for creating standards, that are inspectors. So it's a
you're bound to produce according to certain standards.
It's a holistic approach. Yeah. And at the moment, I think what everybody is talking about is the dirty wage 1064. Okay? We're saying that as a country and as an entrepreneur that is always looking for solution, let's stop dwelling on negative stuff. Let's come up with solution.
You can't avoid the negative stuff if it's there. But what are you doing in terms of finding solutions for Transnet?
For Transnet, we are engaging with them. We are introducing technologies to them. We are introducing them to suppliers to say, here's a local company that can assist you on this matter. This thing of bringing
consultants from during this week, we were experiencing problems at Eskom, and the Minister of Public Enterprises, Mr. Pravin Gordhan, said they were going to source foreign skills to try and solve the Eskom problems. What kind of skills have you identified as an organization in South Africa to help the problems we're experiencing in the railroad space?
It's quite interesting that we always look to Europe and outside the country to look for skills. Somehow we don't believe in our own capabilities, and in some
cultures, there capability?
There's capabilities. We are manufacturing the local content.
Where are these people?
They're here in South Africa.
Yeah.
You have a black industrialist, Sibusiso Mapatiane. He has 3 plants, one of the best foundries in South Africa. They're here. We are exporting. What are we exporting if we don't have capacity and expertise? Other people from Europe, they come here to look for skills. We're exporting skills. So maybe people have an idea of what your skills look like. Maybe we don't have the correct color scheme when it comes to expertise. Maybe, but I'm saying
one would think we're past that, though.
Yeah, a thought planted a feather and it thought it will grow into a chicken. Yeah. You would think that, but we talk about there's no skills, but we're producing graduates every year. I mean, we have with Professor Mamuketi Pakeng a graduate swag belt. Where are those people going?
Mesela, it's been totally awesome talking to you. We hope you will come and visit the program again. We just time bound. Mesela is the CEO of the RRA.